Hey guys, Kendrick's here, and I'm actually bringing you today to a top 10 video. Yes, these are the top 10 hardest secret bosses in the Kingdom Hearts series, at least in my experience. Now keep in mind, each and every last one of these bosses was done without using a very overpowered method to beat them. And these overpowered methods are, there was no Strike Raid from Kingdom Hearts 1, no Limit Form from Kingdom Hearts 2, no Fenrir combo from Kingdom Hearts 2 Final Mix. There was also no Thunder Surges or anything else like that that I missed. Also, Balloon was taken out of the list. Why? Because as a friend of mine says, you do not truly know a boss's true potential until you have fought them without using overpowered stuff. So, this is the list. And before we begin, we have 3 honorable mentions, and keep in mind these are only secret bosses. They are not necessary in order to beat the game. So, these are the secret bosses. Ice Titan. Yeah, it's more of an annoying boss in Kingdom Hearts 1 than it is in, well, as a difficult boss battle. Because all you really have to do is just block its projectiles back at its head, and when it gets stunned, just whack him in the head with your giant key. Now, he does actually up the ante a little bit by making the projectiles much denser and much harder to deflect, and by dropping meteors and freezing the area, but once again, it really is, for the most part, just more of a tedious fight, so that's why he makes honorable mention. Next is Phantom. Yes, this guy is infamous for a handful of reasons. Why? Because of that little heart there. Now, it glows in 4 different colors: white, red, blue, and yellow. Whenever it's glowing white, that means you have to attack it. Whenever it glows blue, that means you have to use Blizzard. Yellow is thunder, and red is fire. So, yeah, that's how you beat it. Not necessarily a hard battle, but it is very annoying, as during this battle, you have to chase the clock, as in, you have to use stop on the clock, because if you don't, there's a curse placed over your allies, and then eventually yourself, that will keep them from being revived, and what's more, you're pretty much screwed once that timer runs out. You can stop the clock throughout the battle, and if you go in this battle without high magic points, and without a lot of ethers, you're pretty much screwed, so yeah, not difficult, but very annoying. That's why he just makes an honorable mention. Kingdom Hearts 2 Sephiroth. Yeah, he's on the list. Why is he on the list? Because honestly, he's really not that difficult. Kingdom Hearts 2 Sephiroth is also a secret boss, and he's very optional, and, you know, honestly, you can beat him at level 1, because I've seen a lot of people do it. I personally beaten him at around level 39 on critical mode, and that's without second chance and once more. So, yeah, if I can do that, I'm pretty sure I could do the level 1 run with him. So, that's it for the honorable mentions. So, we're going to get into the top 10 list, and keep in mind this was done without the overpowered stuff. And, yeah, some of these bosses, a lot of you are going to say, they're not difficult, they're easy. Well, maybe for you, but, well, for me, not so much. Anyway, a lot of you are going to just trash me on this first one, but here we go. Kurt Zisa. Yeah, I'm throwing him on the list, but I'm also throwing him extremely low on the list. Why is he annoying? Because he locks off your magic at the beginning of the fight, he's constantly moving, you can't really block any of his attacks, dodge roll is pretty much useless in Kingdom Hearts 1, and what's more, you're not using Strike Raid in this fight, which is really what makes it very easy. Again, this is more of a tedious fight than a difficult fight. So, yeah, that's why he just makes it as number 10. Number 9 is the Armor of the Master. Yeah, this guy, at the same time, more tedious than difficult. He's tough, don't get me wrong. However, he does have a lot of problems, as for the fact that he does have a defensive veil that pretty much just drops, and you can just lay waste to him with shot locks and a lot of other stuff. Mega Flare obviously isn't useful against him, and we were not using Thunder Surge against this boss. We were pretty much using just standard attacks, shot locks, and a lot of other stuff. Yes, I know I said I didn't use any of the overpowered stuff, but I was very limited on my shot lock usage, so yeah, that's why he gets number 9. Number 8 is Julius from Kingdom Hearts Dream Drop Distance. This guy is annoying. He is difficult. He's not too difficult as you got a lot of room to move around, but he does have some pretty cheap tactics. Especially since when he goes into that lightning fist mode thing that he has, if he lands on top of you, he's going to lock off whatever command you have for quite some time. It'll take twice, if not 4 times as long, to reload your freaking command, whichever one you happen to be unfortunate enough to have your system on. Now, it doesn't matter what command it is, as long as it's not an item command, but if he hits you, that command is locked off, he hits like a truck, and he chases you around through the entire freaking area. Like I said, you have a lot of room to move in this fight, so that's why he just makes it as number 8 on this list. Number 7 is No Heart. Yes, I'm putting this guy on this list because, well, he does hit like a truck, and quite frankly, he's pretty fast. He's not the hardest boss battle in Birth by Sleep, but I do believe he's a very difficult boss, and that's why I'm putting him on this list. Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 1. Yeah, I can't put Sephiroth from Kingdom Hearts 2 on this list because, in comparison, this Sephiroth is a lot harder. He hits like a truck, actually like 5 trucks. He's got some unbelievable attacks. He's very hard to get a read on, especially if you're not using Strike Raid or Ars Arcanum. Altogether, he is extremely difficult. If you try to fight him without something like Second Chance, Once More, and Leaf Bracer, you are absolutely screwed unless you are some kind of Kingdom Hearts god. Otherwise, this fight, yes, it is very difficult, but a lot of people have found ways to beat him, and if it weren't for the Strike Raid, yeah, he'd probably be a little bit higher on this list, but everyone else just kind of outclasses him. Number 5 is the Lingering Spirit of Aeneas. This guy, once again, difficult and annoying. Why is he difficult? Well, here's the thing. He's only got 1 health bar. But here's the big deal. You can barely get a lock on him. He teleports all the time. He's got an enormous attack range. And what's more, he has this annoying ability that if you heal yourself, he's going to heal himself. Essentially, you have to go into this battle without cures. Now, you can use potions, high potions, and mega potions in order to sort of cheat this ability, but you're very limited on those. So, pretty much the easiest way to get out of this fight is to dodge roll when you can, use the minefield spells, and just have him run into it because he's really not that smart when it comes down to that. So, yeah, that's why he just makes number 5 on the list. Now, before we go into the next one, number 4 on this list is a very recent boss battle, but here she is. Yep, the Zodiac Phantom Aqua. I am throwing her in this list. Why? Okay, there's actually a few reasons, but I'm going to go over this little piece right here. The real reason why the reason why this battle is so difficult is because it's all about timing. If your timing absolutely sucks, especially in this fight, you are going to die. I am not kidding. She hits like a monster truck, like 10 monster trucks. She has unblockable attacks and attacks that you really shouldn't try to dodge because in this game, dodge roll has been nerfed to the point where if you dodge too much, you are going to pay the price for it. She has a lot of attacks that are really just, you really got to watch your timing in this fight. Otherwise, you are screwed. Otherwise, once you know how she works, she's really not that difficult, as I've beaten her quite a few times ever since learning how she works. But nonetheless, if your timing is off by even a millisecond, you are screwed in this fight. No, I am not kidding. I am putting him at number 3. Why? For simple reasons. Now, he's killed me a lot more in the original Final Mix on the PS2. However, on PS3, he's killed me 20 times. On the PS3, however, I have also flipped the KD ratio on this guy. To what? 43 kills. That's right, I've killed this guy 43 to 20 times. Yes, I've more than doubled the amount of times he's killed me on the PS3 version. Now, why is this guy difficult? He starts off the battle in different ways. He hits like a frickin' freight train, running at about a Mach 12, and the best part of all, he has an unbelievable attack range, he can teleport, and The best part of all, he can lock off your commands and do a lot of other crap. I don't even really have the time to discuss all of it in this video. Altogether, I'm putting the Lingering Spirit of Terra, or the Lingering Will, whichever one you want to call it, I'm putting him on this list. Yes, because he hits like a truck, he's got invincibility frames, he is essentially one of the hardest bosses in the game. However, thanks to stuff like Final Form and Dodge Roll, you can actually survive this fight, especially if you know how to fight him. Now keep in mind, I've never actually used the Fenrir negative combo on here, and I probably won't ever. But I feel that Terra deserves his spot in the limelight, at the very least at the top 3. Now, the next one is going to be a doozy. No one is going to believe why I put this guy here at number 2. Seriously, you are not going to guess it. No, I am not kidding. I put young Xehanort from Birth by Sleep at the number 2 spot. Why? Because, yes, he has freaking combos that can last for up to 30 seconds at a time. He can teleport, he can use fire, he can knock away your commands. He is an absolute monster. However, you can also beat him without Thunder Surge. In fact, the first time I ever beat him was with nothing but cures in my deck, and just by counterattacking and using whatever finishing command I had. Honestly, this fight, while it's extremely difficult, I personally don't find it to be the hardest fight in the series, as I've beaten this guy quite a few times. Which brings me to number 1. Now, keep in mind, this is still all through my experience. So I am putting this guy at the top simply because without using the overpowered stuff, it is near impossible to kill this guy. And I say near impossible for regular players. For those of you who have figured out how this guy works, I applaud you, but I have not figured out how it works. So, no, I'm not kidding. This is not a joke, not a troll. This guy is number 1 in my book. Why is Zenos from Kingdom Hearts 1 Final Mix in my book at number 1 hardest secret boss? For one simple reason. He is practically unstoppable if you do not use Strike Raid or Tinkerbell or whatever. If you go into this fight without those 2 abilities, you are guaranteed to die quite a few times. Zenos will completely tear you apart. He likes to combo you, he's got lasers, he's got some annoying techniques that can cause instant kills. He has a lot of attacks that hit like freaking trucks, and overall, yes, dodge roll pretty much sucks in Kingdom Hearts 1, and block doesn't really do all that much, and even when it did, it's a very slow block. It's the slowest block in the Kingdom Hearts series. Overall, yeah, for my own personal reasons, being that also, I have only beaten this guy twice. Yeah, that's right, twice. I beat this guy once for the first time using Strike Raid. How did I beat him the second time? After hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours and hours of grueling, grinding, and just everything. I beat this guy without the Strike Raid. Yes, I did not use Tinkerbell, I did not use Arrow, I didn't even use Gravity, which is the only spell that actually works against him. I essentially used nothing but curing items throughout this entire fight to survive, and pretty much did my best to dodge his attacks and kill him whenever I got the chance. So yes, that is why I am putting Zenos at the top of this list. If you guys want to argue me that he is not the hardest boss, you know what? I will agree to you that, in fact, this guy is the hardest boss in the entire series, even with the overpowered stuff. However, if you are fighting without overpowered stuff with all these guys, I say that this guy is the hardest one to fight. Because, once again, in this game, and even in this game, your commands, as well as your abilities, are upped to the max. But in here, it's the most basic form of Kingdom Hearts gameplay. Which means what? It is all underdeveloped compared to these 2 guys. Essentially, these two guys are made to fit the player in the current games. In here, you play as Sora, who is 15. He is also extremely fast and powerful. Here, you can play as Terra, Ventus, and Aqua. Now, where Ventus and Aqua are both extremely fast, Terra is slow, but he hits really well. So, here you have Sora at 14 years old. He doesn't hit that well, and he is not that fast in this game. That is why I'm putting him at the very top of this list, mainly because of my own personal reasons, but that is why he makes it. So yes, that was it for this video. Let me know what you guys thought of this top 10 in the comment section down below. As always, I've been Kedrix. Have an awesome day, people. Peace out, and I'll catch you later.